So in order to have a true decentralized internet for blockchain, Web3, crypto, whatever to flourish, what needs to happen?
That's a good question. I'm not sure I have the answer, Jay Chains. I mean, I'm looking forward to the change. I just, as soon as Google gets on board, it's like how much confidence do you have in Amazon not mining your information when you get a doorbell? So when Google comes on board, that's what I think. It's great the money's coming in, but there's no solutions, only trade-offs when it comes to big tech.
I feel the same way. And even like, several years ago when we were talking about mass adoption in the crypto space, people said, oh, we need the big money. We need the institutional money. And my whole thing was, yeah, you need it to get the ecosystem, to get the market caps up. But you guys remember what they did to the legacy financial system. They are the ones who screwed it up. You brought them in and you're going to get things
That's
that
right.
happen that you don't want. So I'm aligned with you there. I don't think that we've got a better option as far as any kind of internet service other than what's centralized. Anyway, Tom Crown, next one to you, sir. B&B had an all-time high of $690 back in May of 2021. Will B&B outperform itself in the next bull run?
Self, man, that's a hard challenge.
That
B&B
word,
definitely had an impressive.
Just that word wasn't written in the question. I think there was a word omitted, so I just made it up. So
I'm on board.
Cool.
B&B had a crazy impressive run through 2021, and something that I think a lot of people actually aren't noticing is B&B is still actually on an impressive run. Now, you might not be able to see it in dollars, but if you look at B&B versus its value in Bitcoin, it's been hitting all-time highs. And honestly, it is the only coin I can name off the top of my head that is doing that. That isn't maybe, started trading yesterday. Anything is an all-time high. It has been hitting all-time highs against Bitcoin for the last multiple weeks, and I can't name a single other one. So we'll be able to outperform itself in the previous run. That might be a hard challenge as it's grown so much, but it's still performing strongly. And I am no B&B fan in the sense, I like my proof of work. I like, well, don't need to get into my details, but not exactly the coin that fits my bill. I bought some a long time ago, but I have my eyes on it. It's been performing extremely well through the bear market. It actually reminds me of Link in the last bear market. It continued to tack on gains against Bitcoin all the way down. And then actually once the bull market started, it didn't perform so hot. So maybe we're seeing B&B perform the same way Link did last cycle. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I remember Chainlink was definitely the biggest performer of the last bear market for sure. Now, really quick about that, with thinking that B&B may or may not outperform itself. I don't know about you guys. Like, I remember when B&B first launched, like, you got a bunch of free tokens just to sign up. And I remember, this is, to me, is one of those PTSD situations where I think when it hit $8, I thought that I was a genius, right? You know, and that's the story of B&B. So, I mean, with that being said, again, Tom, do you think, like, are we going to get a half of where we were at that all-time high, or do you think, like, because a lot of people say, like, when you invest in something, especially when you're in a bear market, you're like, oh, like, if it gets to all-time highs, like, I'm going to be sitting pretty, but it doesn't always do that. Like, if you had to guess, like, what percentage of that all-time high we reach on B&B, what do you think? And this is just a speculation question. This is
And by the peak of the next cycle, theoretically, like I don't see any issue with B&B blowing past its all-time high. I mean, that's pretty common. We didn't see a lot of the 2017 coins perform actually in this run, so it's possible it'll have kind of a similar run to some things we saw in this cycle. But with the way it's looking right now, it's like I literally can't name another coin that's doing this. So it's still being strong. I don't see any reason that you would bet against it kind of breaking its all-time high in dollars in the next cycle.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Aaron, next question coming to you, sir. Now that Google is jumping into Web3, will we start to see front-end products coming from Google soon, like wallets and Web3 initiatives?
We saw in this cycle, but
Well, I
the
don't
way
see
it's
why
looking
not,
right
Jay
now,
Chains.
it's like I
And
literally
you
can't
and
name
Piano
another
Man
coin that's
were,
doing this. So
half
it's
lamenting the
still being
fact that
strong.
Google's
I
getting
don't see
involved,
any
saying it's
reason
going
that
to
you
come
would bet
with
against it
perhaps more
breaking its
censorship,
all-time high in
perhaps more
dollars
data
in the next
collection.
cycle.
I mean,
Yeah, absolutely.
to me,
All
for
right,
those of
Aaron,
us
next
who have
question
been
coming
in
to you,
crypto
sir.
for a number of
Now
years,
that
there's just
Google is
that is
jumping into
true, but there's
Web3,
just so
will
many
we start
more
to see
positives
front-end
in
products
general
coming
that they
from
are
Google
getting
soon,
in.
like
From Google
wallets
getting
and
in. I mean,
Web3
Google is so
initiatives?
tight with the regulators and those type of people. It's like when PayPal got into Bitcoin and Ethereum. in crypto in 2020. It's like they're so tight, dude. This is like they're setting this up because they want to be good to go for years. And it's almost to me like lamenting the fact that these these more centralized capitalistic people are getting into a decentralized space. It's almost like if we were back in 1999 or 2000, 2001, and we hear about Twitter, we hear about Facebook, just hypothetically. You're like, man, that sucks, man. I don't want them getting involved. It's better just I'm running my own server here and I can like connect to you over here. But ultimately, what these big companies did was just, boost the internet to a whole new level. And there's two ways crypto is going to succeed. One is Web2 companies realizing they have to have a Web3 strategy, which is possibly something we're seeing with Google. And the other way is just Web3 continuing to build, integrate, get bigger and better. So both of those things are growing. And I think for us who've been in cryptocurrency, who follow the market every day, really good, tons of opportunity.
Nice, man. I like what you said right there about the Web 2 companies. Kind of how they're going to be forced to have a Web 3 plan, and I think that's going to be, it's going to be critical for some of these companies to make that to make that shift, or else it's maybe RIP for them. All right, last question of the day, Tim, coming to you. We talked about Google is a giant, BNB is a giant. We got two big companies in their own respective industries coming together to form a partnership. Who wins this partnership? Who is the I guess maybe the smaller dog in this that's going to get brought up from it? It's going to be critical.
Oh, I mean, that wasn't prepared for that question. That's a good question. I mean, Binance, they're both going to win. It's a win-win. Google's they're finally dabbling in the crypto space, and Binance is locking down a massive partnership. So when you ask who's going to win, I think only time will tell. The thing I do want to hark on, though, with this whole situation, though, kind of talking about what Aaron was discussing there for just a second, we have to understand that massive adoption stories like this come with pros and they come with cons. The pro, this is adoption for crypto space. More people will be moving to crypto. The fact that a company as large as Google is finally entering the space is just the further evidence of the fact that blockchain technology is taking over the globe. Here is the problem. Part of the reason blockchain technology was so great and Bitcoin is so special is because it was getting us away from centralized powers. Now these evils, the centralized evils that have had so many issues, are coming into space. Do you think that they're leaving that centralized desire at the door? The answer is no. So just in case anyone's watching this story, this is good for your price tag. This is good for your portfolio. It will mean that your money will go up. But this is all the more reason why it is so important that Bitcoin is successful with its decentralized nature, because if we can control the money with decentralization, then it's not a problem that centralized companies get involved with cryptocurrency. That's part of it. But if we do not get to a place where we can operate in the global economy with decentralized currency, then watch centralization take over cryptocurrency. Watch it try to choke out the decentralized projects like Bitcoin. That's the only argument I could see for Bitcoin dying at this point, even though I don't think that's strong. But please, please, please do not turn a blind eye to these stories and just say, this is amazing for crypto. It's good for the prices of crypto, but it could be a Trojan horse on the beauty of decentralized finance.
I love it, man. Got a lot of great answers and opinions today. You guys are so awesome. If you haven't done so already, guys, down below in the description of this video, we got links to everyone's channel. Make sure that you go down there and follow them. Again, these guys are out here working real hard to get out all the information in crypto. So show them some Bit Squad love and give them a follow. All right, guys, Tim, you got the most points for the day today, so that means you get to leave us with some parting words. Piano Matty B, got a question for you. Can we make this dramatic, and can we play him out with some dramatic music while he leaves us with his parting words?
Yes, we can.
Thank you, sir.
This is so beautiful. This music is awesome. Something I've been thinking about a lot, and I want to urge every single person watching this right now. I see so often in comment sections on my channel, on other channels, where people talk about influencers they hate, influencers love. And don't get me wrong, there are some out there that are maybe questionable. But this is the time to go and support all crypto channels. Why? Because we're not fighting each other. We are all on the same mission to see a decentralized world so that we can have a world where every single person has the ability to make their own decisions and not be controlled by a centralized system. If that's something you love, please stop fighting crypto enthusiasts. Let's work together and let's change the world for the better with blockchain technology. That's all I got.
Awesome, man. I couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you guys to everybody for being on the panel here. Thank you, Bit Squad, for joining us live. If you watched on the replay, hey, thank you too. Don't forget to smash the like on your way out. On your way out, make sure you head on over to Frankie Candle's channel. He is live at 5:45 p.m. Eastern every night, Monday through Friday. So go get yourself a quick drink of water and then tune on in for him. And we'll see you guys tomorrow morning back here on BitBoy Crypto. Have a good one. I couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you guys to everybody for being on the panel here. Thank you, Bit Squad, for joining us live. If you watched on the replay, hey, thank you too. Don't forget to smash the like on your way out. On your way out, make sure you head on over to Frankie Candle's channel. He is live at 5:45 p.m. Eastern every night, Monday through Friday. So go get yourself a quick drink of water and then tune on in for him. And we'll see you guys tomorrow morning back here on BitBoy Crypto. Have a good one.